welcome to Allegedly, a pop culture podcast. I am your host, Jordan. I grew up with celebrity drama from Us Weekly, People. I gotta start over. Okay. Hello, and welcome to Allegedly, a pop culture podcast. I am your host, Jordan. I grew up with celebrity drama from Us Weekly, People, TMZ, all thanks to my best friend, mom, and co-host, Beth.
Hello.
Mom, you didn't look up a new way to say it.
No, I forgot.
That's okay. Pop culture became our way of life, so here we are tuning in to discuss our top stories of the week. Luke.
Jordan, wait a minute. We've got to post this and be like, captivated audience. I mean, look.
He was staring at me, looking at me the whole time.
That's so funny. Yeah.
That's not mine. Anyway. Okay, let me see the last sentence. Pop culture became our way of life, so here we are, tuning in to discuss our top stories of the week. Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
It's the first episode of the year. We're joined in the studio by all three dogs.
All three, yes.
Luke is staring at me in the face, my mom's dog.
He's like, you're talking directly to me. I'm going to look directly in your eyes.
It was such a nice break. I enjoyed
Oh, I can't believe it's been 2 weeks already.
fast.
It did go by fast.
How much has happened?
Like what?
I mean, like so much in like the world. My ear itches on the inside. I can't reach it. So, I mean, I feel like a lot of just pop culture things have happened.
Yeah, I've been trying to keep notes and keep track.
I did too, but then I was like, well, we're probably not going to talk about all the things that happened
2 weeks ago.
Yeah. So, didn't matter.
True.
We had the holidays, Christmas, New Year's.
Yes.
How was your holiday?
Very low key. I mean, if I didn't see you, then that was about it. We went to my dad's and Dwayne went hunting, and then I was home alone. How was yours?
It was good. I feel like I had lots of things going on.
How many Christmases did you go to?
We had 2 the weekend before Christmas.
Yeah.
I can't remember if we were here or not, if we like recorded or not. We had 2. Then we took a quick trip away, went to Broken Bow.
Yes.
Us 2 and the dogs. Then we came back for Christmas and had 4 Christmases total. 2 on Christmas Eve, 2 on Christmas Day. Which really wasn't too bad.
It's a lot.
It was, I'm pretty sure it was more last year.
Well, yeah, because we didn't do my house this year. Wow.
Yeah.
Big families.
Big families, yeah.
You
We
and
both
Brandon,
have
yeah.
large families. That's why we have so many.
Yeah.
But it was good. And then we celebrated New Year's at his mom's house.
Nice.
Brandon really wants me to talk about getting my wedding band. He just wants a shout out.
It is beautiful.
Yeah, we spent 2 weeks designing my wedding band, and then we waited for like 2 weeks to pick it up,
Yes.
and it's beautiful.
It's beautiful. You have it on today just to
Just for fun.
get in the feel of it. It's beautiful. Y'all did very well.
Thank you. Exquisite, stunning.
It is stunning. It's
a
perfect
lot.
on your hand. I mean, it's a lot because you have little hands.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it feels thicker is like the only problem, because I've worn it to work like 2 times just to like see what it's
Yeah.
like.
But having
not, like, super
the
distracting.
bigger sides is a big adjustment just for like
tiny
putting your
dainty fingers.
like putting your hands together. Like
Yeah, you
Yeah.
see that there's like so much space.
yeah. And look what happens when somebody does this.
Ow! Ow!
So when somebody squeezes your hand too hard. Yeah.
I'm gonna squeeze yours back. Remember we used to do that?
I was just about to say, remember we used to do that when you were little?
Yeah.
And I would
You
squeeze
practically
your...
break my tiny child hand. Just because you could. You had adult strength.
You just have little delicate hands. Good times.
Over the break, we had homework.
Yes.
We created our own 2024 bingo board.
Yes.
With our 2024 predictions.
Yeah, which was way harder than I thought it would be. It's hard to predict the future. And the only thing that is in my brain is like what's happening now. It's like I can't tell what's going to be like the next big thing or like the
Yeah.
next scandal. Like if I did, I would go to Vegas and win some money.
I feel like mine are pretty much based off of like what's happening now.
Yeah, exactly.
Would you like to read yours?
Yeah.
So we typed them up 5 by 5 squares and then printed and laminated them because we're going to mark them off. We're going to keep up with it all
Yeah.
year. If you would like to see them, post it on our Instagram.
Yeah.
But
We
yeah,
don't have to do all of them. We could just name a few. Or do you want to say all?
I mean, do you think it would take a long time to get through them all?
No. Go ahead.
Okay. Mine, Timothée Chalamet gets an Oscar nomination. He's
Good one.
working hard and he's going to have that Bob Dylan biopic movie.
Oh, I didn't know he's going to be Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
Well, I
He's
saw him in
using
Wonka.
Austin Butler's voice coach from Elvis to get down the Bob Dylan voice and mannerisms.
Oh, Lord.
So let's hope he isn't Bob Dylan for
Oh,
3 years
God.
after.
Yeah.
I put Sophia Richie announces a couture fashion line simply because she's fashionista currently, like in her rich girl aesthetic. But also Kylie just put out a couture line. So I'm wondering if Sophia Richie will jump into fashion that way instead of just being brand ambassador.
Yeah.
Justin Bieber announces retirement from music. Harry Styles is going to grow his hair back and prove he got hair plugs. Or admit to hair plugs.
He's
or
won't
something.
admit it.
Yeah, maybe not admit,
It'll
but
probably
that'll be
be
obvious.
Jinx.
Tom Holland and Zendaya get engaged. The world cruise, the 9-month world cruise that's happening. It's all over the internet. There's going to be some sort of scandal.
Ooh.
It's going to result in lawsuit. Something's going to happen. Euphoria is going to get canceled because we're not getting the next season until next year. And no one's going to want to watch it after that. It's already been too long.
It has been.
Zendaya's outgrown this show. Jacob Elordi's outgrown this show.
And the other guy died.
Yeah, but he was like
He was the main character.
That's true. Yeah, whatever they're going to do with that storyline.
Yeah.
No Kardashians will attend the Met Gala. A new social media app will be announced. Taraji P. Henson either takes off booking more roles or she's going to be blacklisted.
Oof. I think it's going to be blacklisted.
I'm thinking she's going to be blacklisted, but I'm really hoping it's the opposite and people praise her for crying and pointing out that she's not being paid.
She sounds like a entitled Karen.
She made $100,000 to Brad Pitt's $10 million.
He's Brad Pitt.
But she was also a main actress, and this was coming off of the Empire fame. She was
For Benjamin Buttons?
Yeah.
Nobody knew who she was.
Well, she still should have made more than that.
She shouldn't have signed that contract.
It's true. Anyway, Scooter Braun, there's gonna be a scandal. Remember when everyone was leading him?
Yeah.
Something's got to happen.
Something's got to be behind that.
Kanye West will announce a performance art piece. This whole era
he's been doing
of Kanye,
something.
performance art.
Ugh, probably.
There's gonna be a Dumois lawsuit. There's gonna be no more Dumois.
Ooh, yeah.
Gypsy Rose announces a tell-all book, which she did just announce. She is coming out with a book, but it's not just her. There's a writer. It's conversations with Gypsy Rose right before she was released from prison. You can pre-order it now. So does that mean I get to check that one off?
Yeah.
I may have to read it, but yeah. Okay, so I'm marking that one off. Prince Harry goes back to the UK. Taylor Swift will release Karma, the album. That's more of a manifestation, but I hope it happens.
Okay.
Selena Gomez gets engaged to Benny Blanco.
Yes.
There's going to be some more Ticketmaster drama. Something's going to happen with Ticketmaster this year. A celebrity drug use is revealed. Someone's going to have a stint in rehab / away for their mental health.
Ooh.
Ari and SpongeBob break up before Wicked releases, which is in November. So then it's going to create just so much drama and gossip around
Right.
the Wicked premiere.
Right.
I'm excited. Oprah gets canceled.
Oof.
I'm very much anti-Oprah because she made Taraji P. Henson cry. Prince William's affair goes public.
His affair?
His affair with a friend. He's having an affair. It's not
I didn't know anything about this.
exactly, but you will this year.
Ooh.
Diddy goes to jail. Also manifestation. Keke Palmer gets her own talk show. Should have happened years ago.
True.
She's big right now.
Yeah.
Those are mine.
Those are good ones. So I had to just come up with a few just out of my own butt because I couldn't think of anything. I have the Cowboys go to the Super Bowl. Nick Cannon has another baby.
That's a good one. I don't think the Cowboys are going to Super Bowl. I don't know why you put that on.
because-
Manifestation?
No, because if it hits my bingo board, then it can go this way or this
So then
way.
you should put a one that was actually going to happen.
Nick Cannon has another baby.
Okay.
Or Gypsy Rose starts a podcast.
I hope she does. I think she should be good at that.
Well, we're going to have a whole conversation on Gypsy Rose in a minute because I have a hot take.
Okay.
Also, Gypsy Rose gets an OnlyFans account. Diddy goes to jail. A couple of mine are dark.
That's okay.
I just don't want to put that out in the universe, though.
It's fine. I saw people were predicting celebrity deaths, so
Okay.
I didn't do any of that.
Okay. I have Ben and JLo get divorced. No one is charged in the Jeffrey Epstein case. We'll have another housewife scandal. Wonka wins an Oscar. Paige and Craig get engaged from Southern Charm. Diddy goes to jail. Taylor Swift gets engaged. Prince Harry and William make up. Hailey Bieber gets pregnant. Barbie wins an Oscar. Britney Spears makes up with Jamie Lynn. Bruce Willis dies.
I was like, none of these are that dark. Okay. Bruce Willis dies.
Rangers win the World Series again. Justin Timberlake gets divorced. So it's a dark one.
Interesting.
Kim K makes a statement about Taylor. NSYNC goes on tour. Hugh Jackman comes out.
Ooh, I hope that happens. And I hope he's dating Anthony from Queer Eye. That's the rumor right now.
Yeah. So we got some good ones.
Yeah, those are good. I really like yours. I'm trying to think. I had some thoughts as you were going.
Well, I didn't even think you were listening because you wasn't saying anything.
Because I wanted to hear them. I think Nick Cannon's going to have another baby. I don't think J-Lo and Ben are going to get divorced.
They don't look happy right now. They're miserable in all their pictures.
Maybe it's just PR. PR marriage. I don't think Taylor Swift's getting engaged. Hot take. I don't think it's happening. I hope Bruce Willis doesn't die, but I think he's going to die. Yeah. Also, another celebrity death I'm predicting, Celine Dion.
Ooh. Ugh.
Her frozen man syndrome. What's it called? Stiff man?
Stiff person syndrome?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's person.
I think it's person. I'm not sure. Yeah, that sounds tough.
Yeah.
And then Barbie's for sure gonna win an Oscar. I don't know for what. Probably like visuals and stuff.
Probably. Oh, I also have Prince Andrew get disowned, but did that already happen?
I really thought he did. It already did. I thought he'd already gotten like his title stripped or like stepped away from it. Like when
I knew
it
he
first
stepped
came
out
out
of the
when his name.
spotlight, but I didn't know if he was like shamed in public and reprimanded.
He was the queen's favorite son, so I'm not sure how far it would have gotten.
Well,
fact check
I'm
that.
glad his parents are gone and they will not see the disgustingness that's about to come out.
True. So 7 hours ago, a Buckingham Palace source confirmed to Harper's Bazaar that there will be no change regarding Andrew's status. He remains a non-working member of the family, having already been stripped of his honorary military titles and prevented from using his HRH styling. The source said there is nothing left to remove. So he's already been stripped.
And he was just born a prince, so they can't strip that away. Right?
Yeah, his royal title won't be removed because I guess you can't.
Yeah. Ugh.
Wow.
He needs a public shame wall put on the wall.
I mean, I'm pretty sure like your military accolades and stuff like that being removed, like that's shame. His mom had to do it.
True.
Okay. Anyway, so I'm excited to keep up with 2024.
Yep.
I'm predicting a good year, pop culture wise and personally, podcast wise.
Yeah.
We've already committed to this. We're for a year. Like we're going for it.
We're going for it for a year. We're in it.
Yeah. So that puts us in October.
Yeah.
All right. So jumping right in.
Yeah.
Jumping right into this week. I have 3 stories.
Yep.
You have 3 stories.
Yeah.
I have some Bachelor news.
Oh.
First Bachelor news.
Is it the Golden Bachelor?
Okay, so the Golden Bachelor, he got married.
Uh-huh.
And someone from the last season of Bachelor proposed at their wedding.
Oh, that's rude.
Yeah.
Another Bachelor person?
Yeah. And you know how like you
That
can
is
have your
so rude.
have your marriage like broadcasted and stuff like that? How they
From
do-
The
how-
Bachelor?
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure it's just like PR publicity, like to do it at that
True.
event.
I mean, they probably didn't pay anything in that wedding, so they'll be like, how many Bachelor people can we chunk in here? Yeah.
But anyway, so that was happy news. Sad news. Rachel Lindsay, who is a former Bachelor, right?
From Dallas.
Yes. She lives here. Whose season was she on? Nick's?
I think she was on...
No. She was on Nick's season, right?
I think so, because I haven't watched many, but I did watch Nick.
Yeah. She was on Nick's season.
Yeah.
And then she had her own season of The Bachelorette. She chose Brian Abasolo, who's a chiropractor. I think he's from LA. They ended up getting married 2 years after like being engaged from the show.
Yeah.
So they've been together 6 years total. 4 years married. He filed for divorce.
Ouch.
And listing like New Year's Day as the day of separation or whatever they do, citing just like irreconcilable differences, you know, the norm.
Yeah. I wonder what happened.
He like immediately posted an Instagram story, you know, asking for privacy. This is a difficult time. This was a hard decision. Rachel, radio silent. Literally wouldn't have known unless he posted it. But I'm assuming because like court documents are like public like that, it got out. So he had to post something. But I feel like it shows since he was the one to file and the first one to like post about it.
Yeah.
And Rachel was just on Nick Viall's podcast last month talking about how like they're doing well, like and they like to keep their lives and relationship private, and that they were actively trying for a baby, like they wanted a family.
Just 1 month earlier? I wonder what
I have
happened.
no clue. He's asking for spousal support.
Oof.
Which I mean, I guess she makes a lot more money. I can't remember what her like her
She's a
trade
lawyer.
is. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say lawyer, but I know she does like a lot of other things too. So
Yeah.
I'm sure she makes more money. I don't know. I think she's got a lot more followers than he does. Anyway, super sad, super crazy.
Yeah.
Sad for her. I didn't
And
like
Bachelor
him.
Nation.
And Bachelor Nation, but everyone's like Team Rachel.
Yeah.
Like always. Nick said he was Team Rachel. Oh, Nick, they were filming a podcast like at the time the news broke. So like they talked about it for a second. and they don't know what's going to happen, but they were talking about like needing to text Rachel, support that she's a friend.
Yeah.
He was like Team Rachel. Yeah, so sad. Not surprising because like reality TV.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
But they were like going strong and didn't seem to have a problem. I don't know.
you only know what they put out.
It's true. It's true. You really never know.
Yeah, sad for Bachelor Nation. But I did see Trista and Ryan, like the original.
They have like 6 kids.
Yeah, they've been together like 25 years. It's like she's like, was it the
Probably why it kept going.
Was it the Bachelorette that was the first? Was it him or her?
I think it was him.
He was the Bachelor?
I think so.
Huh.
Should I confirm that?
I mean, I guess they would start with the Bachelor.
I would think so.
He just doesn't seem like the Bachelor type. She does.
What's her last name? Sutter?
Yeah.
The Bachelorette.
Yeah. That's what, because he was just like a plain
He was a football
fireman. But okay, he's a fireman now, but he was just like a plain average Joe.
Yeah. Well, what was Trista?
I think she was like a NFL cheerleader.
She was a runner-up on the season 1 of The Bachelor before becoming the star of the first season of its companion show, The Bachelorette.
Okay.
I was like, there's no way they premiered The Bachelorette first.
Yeah, makes sense.
It's never been
Who
bigger.
was the original Bachelor?
Alex Michael? March 25th to April 25th, 2002.
Let me see a picture.
Original Bachelor. Alex. Michel? Michael?
Mm-hmm.
Mitchell.
MITCH is Mitchell. I kind of remember him though. He is not cute.
No, he looks very average.
Very average. Maybe that's why Trista stood out.
She wasn't?
She wasn't. No, she was like an NFL cheerleader.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
Cute little thing. But yeah, they're still going strong.
For them. Okay, next.
So did you see the random fight in the middle of LA with Ian Ziering?
I did. I watched the video of like 4 people getting up on him and like throw him across the street. And
So when
he
I
was,
first
running.
read the story and was reading through it, and it kept saying mini bikes, for some reason my brain was telling me that it was little people on miniature bikes, I guess. So I am picturing, as I'm reading this story, that it is a group of
little people attacking.
little people
Ian.
in a gang attacking people in traffic.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so when I realized that it was like grown adults, but why are they all on mini bikes?
They were probably just out riding together.
Yeah, but in traffic, that's just so weird. So reading it originally and seeing like the one video that I saw, it doesn't look like, it looks like Ian Ziering.
I thought he was the victim.
I thought he was the victim. And he came out with this statement that portrayed himself as the victim and how shocked and appalled he is that these people are getting away, the hooligans that he referred to, are getting away with this criminal activity.
Saying LA's not safe anymore.
And so then they show another video that comes out just, maybe yesterday, of a different view of it. And he
He threw the first punch?
threw the first punch.
Do we know what happened?
Only from Ian's story. And then the other 2 guys, they came on a podcast or a radio station. I don't know. Maybe a TikTok video. I don't know. But they were wearing like ski masks. Like everything was covered.
Remain anonymous.
Everything was covered. And that's like their shtick in their gang. Like you don't see them. They wear everything but their eyes uncovered. Which is even more weird. But he was telling a different story that Ian threw the first punch and that he was the aggressor and that these guys were basically trying to, helpless victims. But then they all jumped him.
But something had to have happened for him to have thrown the first punch.
Well, Ian said that they hit his car and he got out to assess the damage.
You know what? I did see that.
Then a assault occurred.
That's crazy.
But even if Ian threw the first punch, like if they hit his car and then were threatening him and getting in his face.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. But I did think it was a couple of little people. And I was like, that is so mean. But that's kind of aggressive.
Yeah, that's insane. He said he had to like control his sobbing daughter. And, which fair. I mean, if I saw my dad like being thrown across the street, even after throwing the first punch, we'd be freaking out.
Yeah.
Nuts.
And I've seen him like run across the street and they're like chasing him.
Yeah.
I was like, no one is helping this man.
Everyone is just recording and watching. It's so
we've seen multiple videos already of it. And like, these people don't even help. That's crazy.
Now, if you saw that happen.
I was just about to say, no, if I saw that happen, I wouldn't get out of my car either.
Me either. I would hope someone else would.
Yeah. But
probably
we're not
bigger men.
Yeah.
Oof. That's so funny.
Yeah. I'm a bystander accident. Like, I'm not gonna Jump in.
You call 911 from your car?
I will. I will not film it. I will call 911.
You've done that before.
I have.
We saw this accident happen when I was a kid.
I mean, it
And we
sounds
stayed,
familiar.
and the
that girl had that big knot on her head.
that's what I was gonna say. She had a golf ball size knot on her head. This
Yeah.
little girl.
Yeah, that was.
She was in like a school outfit. I remember her like white shirt. Yeah,
That's
something
scary.
happened.
Yeah.
I don't remember what, but you stayed and helped or
Yeah.
called or saw it. Remember that?
Yeah. Yeah, I did get out because that lady, it was like a lady and her 2 kids, and the kids like got out and like we're all confused, and you and I helped the little girl, and she had like this literal knot on her head. It was so scary. But yeah, that was in Carrollton. I remember that.
Yeah. So you wouldn't be an innocent bystander.
No, that's true. That's true. I guess if it's women and children, or
Fair.
or dogs.
Women, children, or dogs. It's true.
Yeah, I'm a sucker.
That makes us make us sexist.
No, that's what I
would
say.
like to think. I mean, I would stop and help.
Yeah, of course we
that's
would.
true. Never mind. I wouldn't like to think. I know I would.
Yeah, we're not going to get out and punch anybody.
Yeah, no, yeah. If it was something physical, I'm not.
I'm
if
not-
someone were in an accident, I am.
I'm not going to get out inside of somebody's argument or fight. There's too many scary people out there.
But if it was 5 against 1, I mean,
I'd honk the horn real loud and like
I would
drive
still
up.
call. I'm a little dainty, petite girl. Like I'm
We
not
would definitely
fighting
call.
anybody.
No, we're not fighting, but we would definitely call
Yeah.
and honk and like, get off of him. Help this guy.
Somebody do something.
Somebody do something.
Fair. Anyway,
So what else you got?
I got Jimmy Kimmel threatened Aaron Rodgers with legal action.
Yes, that was my list too.
So Aaron Rodgers was on the Pat McAfee show,
What's
a
Aaron
podcast.
Rodgers famous for?
He's a football player.
What team?
Green Bay Packers. That's what he's famous for. The Jets?
Mm-hmm.
Currently, he got injured in the first game.
Yes.
An ankle.
Good job. I was just testing.
Okay. Well, I remember him going to the Super Bowl with Green Bay, or trying to go to the Super Bowl with Green
I
Bay.
don't know, but I do remember him in a cheesehead hat.
Wasn't he with them the longest?
Probably.
And then he didn't get a Super Bowl, so now he's on a new team.
Yeah. But
Usually
then he got hurt.
happens. And then he got hurt. Yeah, because he was supposed to like make it all the way. Anyway, so he was on a podcast with some other like former NFL player, and they were talking about how, have you heard like the conspiracy about the Super Bowl logo? It's like 2
No.
colors, and people are saying in like the last few years, the color of the Super Bowl logo has predicted the teams that go to the final.
That go to the Super Bowl?
That can't make sense. Go to the final like playoffs, I guess. Because obviously, no. It's gotta be the Super Bowl. Never mind. Predicts the colors of the Super Bowl logo that comes out before the Super Bowl. Because I was like messing up my brain. I was like, they had obviously it's at the Super Bowl. Anyway, so the Super Bowl logo that's out predicts the teams that are going into the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And they were saying that it's the 49ers and the Ravens.
How does it predict it?
I don't know. So then the AJ Hawk, the host, was like, asked Aaron if he thinks it has something to do with Epstein's list, like conspiracy, like if the colors and predictions, like,
That's a stretch.
I don't know.
How do those connect?
I don't know. So then Aaron Rodgers responded with, it's supposed to be coming out soon. There's a lot of people, including Jimmy Kimmel, that are really hoping that doesn't come out.
Oh my God.
And then Jimmy Kimmel came out on Twitter and was like, I've never met this man. I've never been on his plane. He also called Aaron Rodgers an asshole or asshat or something funny.
Wait, I threw it up here and then it fell down. Okay. Aaron Rodgers called who asshat?
Jimmy Kimmel came out and tweeted calling Aaron Rodgers an asshole. And was like, I've never met this man. I've never flown on his plane. Like, my name's not going to be on any list. And if you keep saying things like that, like, we can talk about it in court. So
Yeah.
people are saying that's a massive accusation. He said it like puts him and his family in danger.
I would imagine.
Accusations like that.
Yeah.
Isn't
you
that
can't-
nuts?
How can you just throw something out like that?
And it's so random. Like, they weren't even talking about people. And then all of a sudden he's like, oh, Jimmy Kimmel's going to be worried about it.
Yeah.
Weird.
It's so weird.
But they're saying that he's still like upset. He's holding a grudge against Jimmy Kimmel for calling him a Karen during the whole COVID thing, because he was like making people believe he had a COVID shot when he really hadn't had a COVID shot.
Yeah.
He called him a Karen. And then he also called him like a tinfoil hatter for saying that the government releasing info about the UFOs was distracting from the Epstein case.
Oh my gosh.
Sounds like Aaron Rodgers is fixated on the Epstein list.
I know. That's crazy. That's weird.
To just like keep randomly bringing it up.
Yeah. And just throwing people under the bus like that.
Under the bus, yeah.
That you don't even...
That you don't know.
That you don't know that were there or not.
Right. Weird.
Yeah, if somebody said that I was on that list and I wasn't on that list, I'm going to be pissed.
And then since then, the court documents have been released and like over 150 names were on it. But the names that were like released aren't people who have actually been accused and possible of committing crimes. It's just like names that were like, did you see I feel Bill Clinton on the island? And they just say, no, didn't.
Yeah. It's so weird. I think this whole list coming out is going to be more questions than answers.
Yeah.
Because the list, okay, so you're giving us a list of 150 people who flew on the plane, but then we have to say, okay, but this guy didn't stay there.
They didn't go to the island.
They
just
didn't
flew
go
on
to
his
the
plane.
island. They just borrowed his plane. Like there's going to be so many like asterisks by each person's name. Like just give me the list and let me, then pick out who we need to question. If you're on that list, number one, do you need to answer for it? If you're on that list multiple times, that says a lot. That means that you've been there multiple times. You've hung out with this man. You know what this island is about. And we want to know why you were there.
Apparently David Copperfield was doing magic on the island. That's why like his name is on there. And someone's, I guess in the document, the girl said that David Copperfield like leaned over to her and was like, did you know that they hired girls to bring more girls here? So like, it sounds like he didn't know, but he did know what was going on.
See, that's just like,
so I guess like
we're getting
you're just
these,
compliant or whatever.
Yeah, we're getting these asterisks by people's names.
It's asterisk.
Asterisks. Asterisk?
Asterisk.
I thought they're an asterisk.
Spell that. Like an asterisk mark. The little...
Yeah.
No, it's A-S-T. Asterisk.
Oh, are you sure?
Yes. Yeah. Or asterisk. Like A-S-T-E-R-I-S-K. Risk. Asterisk.
But how do you say multiple?
Multiple asterisk?
You see? That's what I'm saying.
Oh, well, the way you said it sounded weird. Like it didn't sound like you were saying like the word starting with an A. Say it again.
An asterisk?
Maybe it's the ending you're not saying. Okay,
because
something.
Because I thought it was like multiple. Like one is an asterisk, but multiple or an asterisk. Something. Or is it multiple asterisks?
Well, asterisks.
Okay.
Yeah, asterisk with an S is their plural.
Okay, that sounds weird. Anyway, these names are going to have multiple asterisks by them, and it's just going to be more questions than I think we're going to get answers.
Yeah, that's why I really don't know if anyone's actually going to be charged. And they're like redacting stuff.
Yeah.
So,
and the judge gave them 2 weeks to everybody on the list that said if you do not want your name out in the public, you have 2 weeks to let us know.
Is that why some of them were redacted?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're really not getting the list.
Yeah, because what if one of those redacted ones said yes?
Exactly.
You're right.
But why aren't we hearing from the victims and be like, this person was here, this person was here, this person was here?
I'm assuming we can't. I'm assuming because like it's a legal thing. Maybe they signed NDAs. Like, I don't know.
I would think in this big of a sex trafficking case of Jeffrey Epstein and
I would think they had signed NDAs. Honestly.
Oh well, who's going to sue him? Who's going to sue them?
No clue. No, nothing.
But if Bill Clinton was there 14 times, then there's got to be somebody there to corroborate that, The cooks, the housekeeping, not even the women that were there, just other people.
But it's like a private island. So what country?
It's like St. John or St. Thomas.
So they probably don't know what's happening in the U.S. media, maybe.
Well, they do. They have newspapers and
sure.
Google.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know.
I just don't know why we're protecting these people.
Because it's powerful people. Powerful people get away with everything.
Well, all the more reason. Like, bust that shit wide open. Let us know.
Yeah, I don't think we'll ever know.
I don't think we're ever going to get a final answer.
Because it's going to be like politicians and whatever, big name celebrities or something. And if the Illuminati is real, it's not coming out.
No, it's not coming out.
All right, next.
So, let's get into Gypsy Rose Blanchard.
Okay. New social media queen. Let me check how many Instagram followers she has as of now. I literally watched it go from like 500,000 to like 5 million. She's currently at.
So it was the first episode that we talked about her, right?
She's at 6.8 million. It's one of them. One of those early ones. What were we talking about her for?
I think maybe she was up for parole, or I mean, she was in the media for something.
Maybe it was that.
Yeah, I think we found out she was going to be getting out soon, probably.
Okay, anyway.
And so she has been released after 7 years and literally has taken social media by storm. And I feel I'm on the opposite side of popular opinion here because I don't know why we're giving this girl...
America is so backwards. Honestly, we glorify and have people up on such high pedestals.
I do not understand that we are... having this girl on Good Morning America. She has 6 million followers now. She's going to start a podcast. She's written a book. She hasn't even been out 1 week. This girl.
She's already doing like what? We just watched a video of her at like some event. Like being interviewed.
Yes.
She's she's places.
I mean, I don't understand it. This girl is a murderer. She murdered her mother. She didn't physically do it. She was with the boyfriend who did it. It was her idea. This girl murdered her mother. It was
the boyfriend's
murderer. No, it was her idea.
No, the act is wrong if you're referencing the show. It was Nick's idea. He had murder fantasies. He even sexually assaulted Gypsy's mom after she was dead or whatever. Like, he is not getting out because he is not mentally
not a good... I do not think he needs to be out.
She served her time.
She got 7 years.
Okay. For
murder me and see how long you get in prison.
I'll get life, but if I actually murder you, you shouldn't actually murder him.
Let's let the Menendez brothers get out. Like, they murdered their parents. They were being...
Was it proven? They were sexually assaulted by their father.
Yeah. Okay,
I have a different feeling. They were crazy. One of them was a sociopath.
The Menendez parents or Gypsy's Rose mom?
No. The boys. One of the brothers is a sociopath.
So Gypsy Rose is also.
Gypsy Rose is. She was abused physically, mentally. She was on drugs half the time.
Call the police. Call CPS.
She was on.
She
said she didn't feel like there was any other way.
And walk out of your house
when you're being drugged by your parent, and you. She wasn't like
murdered.
She wasn't in her right mind. She was like doped up and felt like this is the only way she could get out. She has said since then she regrets murdering her mother, and her mother should have gone to jail instead.
Yeah. So,
but that's not what was happening in her brain.
Now we let her out and we call her a queen? No,
she was.
She needs to, abused. If she wants to, okay.
Like, there's no, her mother did horrible things to her.
But her mom deserves to be dead?
No, her mom didn't deserve to be in jail.
So does Gypsy.
She served her time. That's literally what the jail system is for. You are given a sentence. Enough. You serve your sentence. You did your due diligence. Now, move on.
Okay, move on and live a quiet life in fucking Kentucky or wherever the fuck you're from. And calm down. You're not a fucking social media queen.
It's because the American people have made her a queen. She maybe had wanted to live a quiet life, but movies, shows, everything was made. I mean, things are glorified. We should have never gotten the act. What's that show about that Jessica Biel did, and she's the old lady who was like a murderer too? These things shouldn't be made. We shouldn't have all of this glorification. That's why everyone's like, oh my God, her mom deserved that, because you see it over dramatized on TV and whatever. And she's got no choice but to run with it. Like, also, She's never been loved. She doesn't know like real life. Like,
So America, we're putting her on this pedestal and giving her all this fake love. And this poor girl who is obviously not mentally 100%.
why? Obviously,
Because she, of all
maybe
the...
she did therapy and all these things in jail. She had to be go in front of a parole board. People had to approve.
That's fine. Let her out. If that's the way that's the way
Okay,
the
okay.
American justice system works. Let her out. She served her time. She is going to be an active member of society. Great. I don't want to watch your TikToks, bitch.
She want to work some prison reform.
I don't want to watch her on Good Morning America.
She doesn't want other people to fall victim to Munchausen syndrome by proxy or whatever it's called. She's raising awareness. This is her.
Call the police before you murder your mom. Is that her stance?
It probably is because she's already said she wished she would have done that.
Well, yeah, we do too.
You just said fine, let her out, but you can't say, "Oh, why'd you murder your mom?" If you say she
Because
did her
I'm
time
not
in the
on the
justice
jury.
system,
I think she should be in jail for a lot longer than 7 years.
it's because you can't imagine me killing you.
I can't imagine you killing me and then only getting 7 years.
I mean, her mom was
imagine-
not a good person.
Okay, but so neither is Gypsy because she murdered her.
I'm not saying she was right, but you know,
I mean, if you're going to
I
let
can
her
see
out of jail,
her
then don't
feeling
put
like she
her
had
on
no other way.
Like, I don't understand why we're putting her on a pedestal. I just don't get it. I don't get it. Like, you got out of jail. Congratulations.
This happened with Anna Delvey, whatever. What's her name?
Yeah.
Anna Delvey.
She didn't kill anybody.
But the same concept, like she
scammed
was made
companies.
a star after coming out of prison.
I think there's more people who want to be Anna Delvey than they do Gypsy Rose fucking Blanchard. They want to be
Wow.
able to learn how to scam out of these big hotels.
But just the fact that like she's been put on a pedestal, she is now like the socialite she faked to be. Like
I don't want to hear about Gypsy Rose's sex life with her husband.
she's mentally
That's
still
disgusting.
like 7 years old. I think like she was not. She doesn't have.
So America is doing her more damage
100%,
right now.
100%. You're not wrong. I do not think this is good for her.
It is not good for her. Let this poor girl live a quiet life and work in prison reform if that's what she wants to do. Get off my TV. I don't want to celebrate you. I don't like her. I'm not going to support her.
You liked the show about her, didn't you?
Yeah,
feel a way
because I
about her
like
at the time when you watched that.
No. I mean, it's an unfortunate situation that she was a victim of Munchausen by proxy. That is so sad. But there are multiple people in that girl's life that should have stepped up and stepped in. Multiple doctors.
But they didn't know. They believed the mom.
Yeah, exactly. And she died for it.
Yeah, she
she
did.
didn't get to serve her time and reform.
Yeah.
She didn't get to get medication for her mental illness. No. You know why? She's dead.
I don't think people would disagree with you. I agree that she is at a level of fame she should not be.
Yeah. I don't like it. I'm very passionate about
Clearly.
it.
Oh my God. Like, I'll say it to her face.
Oh, I would. And you know what's even weirder?
What?
I didn't read the whole story. I just saw the headline, but Stassi from Vanderpump
Is a distant relative.
Distant relative.
I saw that too. I was like, that's crazy.
That's so random. So random.
I don't like somebody did her DNA or ancestry or whatever and found out that Stassi from Vanderpump is her. I don't remember what it was. They're just somehow related.
Yeah. Weird.
Weird. Super weird.
Yeah.
So
Small
weird.
world.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, but she did write a book or like.
And you know what? I'll probably read it.
I think she like interviewed and like the interviewer wrote the book. I don't know what that's called, but it's like by so and so and Gypsy Rose.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those.
Yeah.
And it's like, let me see what it's called because it
I got away with it.
no.
I only had to do 7 years.
The murderer did not get away with it, and he is where he should be.
Mm-hmm.
The co-conspirator did her time,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and
now we celebrate her.
and she deserves to live a life that she did not. She didn't have a life. Like she was drugged, believed she was sick, dying. Like she didn't have a childhood, a teen years. She had nothing. No.
Yeah. Her
Right.
poor mom didn't get that opportunity.
You know, good. She didn't deserve it. So I don't know what you want from me.
Jordan, you know how many times I gave you Benadryl when you weren't sick? Just
You're
to settle
lucky.
your
You're
ass
lucky.
down.
You're here then. Is that why you feel so passionately about it? Because you drugged me?
No, I didn't drug you. I just thought about that when I said it. That is funny though.
Conversations on the Eve of Freedom, a memoir. So then, that's a tell-all, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'll read the book because I find it interesting about prison stuff. And she did come out and say that she was addicted to opioids while she was in prison, which is understandable because
That's what happens when you're in prison.
yeah, you're in prison and you have no mental health resources probably, so they're gonna numb you with.
That's so sad.
It is very sad.
So she's set to share her story in an upcoming Lifetime special, The Prison Confessions of Gypsy Rose Blanchard, which premieres today, January 5th.
Nice.
And then her book is being published later this month. Do you have Lifetime?
Of course, it's on the Discovery app.
So you're gonna watch it?
Well, yeah.
You said get off my TV.
I know.
You are doing the exact thing.
But I'm watching for different reasons.
What? You're giving her views and money just by watching it and loathe.
She shouldn't be doing
Loathing.
it though. We shouldn't be offering it. If you're going to put it out there, of course people are going to fucking watch it, but we shouldn't be offering it to this poor girl.
I think it's going to...
Where's Dr. Phil?
Putting kids in fucking... You know what I'm talking about? Those outdoor
Those
education...
camps.
Those camps. Putting kids in those troubled teen camps. That's where Dr. Phil is. He deserves no word on anything.
That's where Gypsy Rose needed to be.
Well, her mom didn't want her to walk instead. So...
She got to make a wish instead.
True. Anyway, I'm going to watch that. And I'm going to read your book.
Did you watch The Act?
I did watch The Act. But some of the things are legit, like, dramatized.
Yeah. She said she wasn't going to watch it. She's like, I loved that. Or, I loved it.
Yeah.
Her Mickey Mouse
her
voice.
high-pitched voice. The girl in the Axe voice was higher pitched.
Yeah.
Hers was a lot more annoying.
It was very annoying. Was that a real voice? Joey King?
No, that's not Joey King's voice.
Okay.
No, she was doing it for the show.
Okay.
For the movie or show. All right, my next story. The comedian Cat Williams.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he hasn't really been in the spotlight much.
No, I feel like
and when he is, it's always crazy, wild things.
I feel like he's having a manic episode right now.
So he went on a podcast and claimed, man, these are just like crazy accusations about Kevin Hart, Ludacris, and Cedric the Entertainer. He said,
And who?
Cedric the Entertainer.
Okay.
He said that Kevin Hart is an industry plant, that he's a part of the Illuminati.
What does an industry plant mean? Like plant in what?
That he was like he's not real. Like he was put.
What do you mean?
His image. Hold on.
Is he like the token black guy in funny movies?
It's when an musician, an artist, becomes massively popular, but through their connections to the industry and like they present themselves as self-made and independent. They're described.
So like
artists,
the industry built them up.
yeah, like they made
Built
them.
their story.
Yeah, like, and it says artists described as
Like we did with Justin Bieber.
artists described as industry plants are also often alleged to have their public images manufactured for them by
Tom Cruise.
What do you mean? Oh,
From the
he's looking-
Scientology stuff. Like
Oh.
it's all manufactured publicity.
Yeah, so he's saying that's what Kevin Hart is. Like Kevin Hart just randomly came on the scene, got this like sitcom show like out of nowhere,
Yeah.
and then just blew up from there.
He does make a lot of terrible movies, like back to back to back
And-
to back.
I have seen the conspiracy theories about Kevin Hart being in the Illuminati and like
I don't even know what the Illuminati is. I know it's like a
like an-
secret
an underground secret society who like
built the pyramids.
worships the devil and like makes celebrities like you I don't know, you,
They had done something to do with the pyramids,
yeah, I don't know.
right?
Yeah. But they're the reason like celebrities like sell their soul and like to become famous and like blood rituals, all these weird like
Tara Manning was
things.
saying.
yeah.
She drank the gold juice.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Is
like
so weird.
the Illuminati.
Ooh, I would love
And
to watch like a
someone
documentary
even
of it.
asked, it was like an interview with Kevin Hart that, you know, it was Kelly Clarkson asked him some question that like he couldn't like answer. He gave her a weird look to like
Ooh.
nix it, like stop.
Ooh.
Yeah, I gotta find it and show you. But anyway, there's lots of conspiracy theories about Kevin Hart, and I believe it.
You don't, or you do?
I do believe it.
Really?
Yeah, I've got to. I don't know why.
Because you're a sucker for conspiracy.
Yeah, I am.
I know.
And then that one really sold me. Like, it freaked me out. And then, like, other people have been saying weird things about the industry. Like, other artists, like, selling their souls to become famous and, like, accepting the drugs and the money and, like, stuff like that.
I definitely think there's some underground ring of old Hollywood
Totally.
that get you parts. And
So, like, the Illuminati.
yeah.
I think the Illuminati might be... I thought it was more like music, but I guess it's just, like, entertainment industry as a whole. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
He also accused Ludacris of being a part of the Illuminati and joining in exchange for movie successes. And said, he was like, we were both invited to an Illuminati thing, and it was up for, a role was up, like either him or Ludacris for Too Fast, Too Furious. And it had to be one of them, and the decision had to be made. He said, one of us had to cut off all of their hair and couldn't do the sideburn thing no more with the points, he alleged. And the next person, they said, was going to get $200 million because they were going to pay him $10 million a movie to do 20 movies. One of those persons turned out to be Ludacris, and the other person turned out to be Cat Williams. So he's saying Ludacris accepted, I don't know, the invitation to Illuminati for this certain deal to have like this fame, I guess.
For all the Fast and the Furious movies?
And then in response, Ludacris shared a 1-minute video, and he like rapped over Kanye West, Devil in a Blue Dress, and pretty much just rapping that he's never been in the Illuminati.
Yeah.
Weird.
I mean, that could have been anybody in the Fast and Furious. And how did they know that those movies were going to blow up?
No clue.
I mean, if you
I
make
don't
the
know.
first one, you didn't think there was going to be a 10th one.
Maybe they did. Maybe that was the plan all along.
Maybe they would have made them better.
I don't know. I don't think that's the point of them. And then he also alleged that Cedric the Entertainer stole his jokes. He attacked like 10 different comedians in this just random
I
rant.
think he's having like this manic episode right now.
I'm telling you, I think this has happened
it's-
before with him.
It's giving Kanye.
But what if he's like just so off the rails because like he's right, but everyone's like gaslighting him to make him think like you're crazy. Like,
I mean, then he's on the wrong platform.
like what if he's right? We're all just thinking he's wrong, like just looking down on him, but nobody's listening.
Literally
to the little guy.
gaslighting him.
being-
Yeah. I don't know. That would be a crazy...
We'll never know because we'll never believe him.
Yeah. I mean, that'd be
Isn't that
a
crazy?
crazy twist.
Just when you think you have individual thoughts, you're the sheep, you're the herd.
Oh, absolutely.
Nuts.
I'm
a sheep.
100%.
All right, that was that one.
So I have T.I. and Tiny, his wife Tiny. Do you remember T.I. the rapper?
Yeah.
So backstory. You remember how I was telling you New York opened the statute of limitations for the sexual assault cases? So California has apparently followed suit, and they are giving a 1-year window for people to come and file these lawsuits against their sexual assaulters without worrying about the statute of limitations. So it could be 20 years ago, and they had this 1-year window to file these charges if they want to do it now. So that I guarantee you we're going to have a lot more stories about this coming out because there's going to be a lot of people, but I would assume especially in California with more celebrities and drugs and stuff. So T.I. and Tiny are the first ones to fall victim to this lawsuit.
As they should.
Well,
Okay, I'll
I
let
don't
you
know.
finish this because then I'm going to tell you the story I heard about them.
okay. So this particular story is of a girl who, I mean, the story sounds like she legit had a threesome with them both, drank too much and took too many drugs at the party, for sure. Went back to her house and they asked her to leave the next morning and now she is extorting them for money and trying to put the story out for 3 years now. To me, the story obviously sways in T.I. and Tiny's view. It sways their way.
Okay.
The story is portrayed as this girl is a scorned sexual encounter with a group of people that had way too much to drink and took way too many drugs.
Do you know what year she alleges?
2005. So they said that they have been fighting this girl for 3 years now because she's trying to extort money from them and posts this story, and the story keeps changing, and T.I. and Tiny's story has remained steadfast and strong, and they will not sway because they didn't do anything.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so it's been a long time, but like back in 2021, there were 2 girls coming out pursuing charges against them, saying that they were drugged, forced to take a ton of Molly and X, sex trafficked in 3 states by them. Another one came out and
Which could also mean that they were just on the bus after a tour and left the state, went to their next stop.
Well, then another girl came out and said she was drugged and raped by T.I. and another male friend in 2010.
Yeah.
Them. So, like, this isn't the first time I've heard bad things about them.
Yeah.
I
mean, it's definitely...
They don't sound like good people.
No, they do not
honestly.
sound like good people.
Oh, at the time, it was 11 victims.
Oh. So this probably isn't going to be their first...
No, I don't think
suit
so.
that comes out. But
And
they're saying that their story's not changing. They've been dealing with this individual for 3 years now.
the one from the 2021 thing.
If I was accused, that's what I would say also.
That's what they all say. Mhm. The one from 2021 was New York based. So,
See?
and this one is what, LA?
Yeah, this one's in LA. Yeah. But I definitely, I mean, we have to believe the victims always. So
Yeah. Also, because of like the lawsuits, T.I.'s not returning to Ant-Man 3.
See? Gotta step down. Who were you just talking about?
Jonathan Majors.
Yes.
Oh my God. We had the same brain thing happen right then. But that didn't happen this week. So that's why it's not covered.
Wait, we're not talking about the same thing.
No, we're not. What are you talking about?
Nigel.
Oh.
Step it down.
Oh.
Who are you? Who's Jonathan Majors?
Oh my God. The Marvel new like bad guy who was accused of sexual assault by his girlfriend who's dating Megan Good. And I told you about this, but you don't know who he is.
No.
He was like being pushed in the media as going to be like this next big star. He was in that boxing movie with Michael B. Jordan. He was like the other guy. Anyway, and then he's been in like a lot of Marvel stuff. There's a new, it's Kang, I don't know, K-A-N-G. And I've watched the freaking shows. He's going to be this new, what's the word? Marvel's like releasing movies and shows, but they're in like sequences. Like it's like these three,
series?
a series, I guess. I don't know. It's like a new, whatever, the next wave of Marvel movies. He was going to be the antagonist, and Marvel was like waiting for his lawsuit decision to happen.
So what's
his ex-girlfriend alleged she was like beaten by him, and then I think another one came out too, but he ended up
her?
Yeah, he ended up being guilty verdict the same day it came out. Marvel fired him.
Good.
Yeah.
Can't be beating people.
He hasn't been seen in anything since. And his girlfriend's Megan Good. Do you know who that is?
No.
She's like a prominent black actress. She's beautiful. And people are saying it's like PR, putting like the good girl with him to like make him look better. But then people are saying it's like bad for her image, which it totally is. Totally is.
Does she got beat up?
His current girlfriend.
Oh, because she's standing by her man?
Yeah.
Yikes.
Even with the guilty verdict.
Yikes.
But as soon as that happened, he jetted out of the U.S.
Ooh, where's he going? Where's he at?
Like Mexico, the Caribbean, somewhere.
Is he just going to live there?
I don't know. He just like vacationed. He just took off after that.
Wow.
Anyway, so we don't have the same brain. Because I was like, Ant-Man 3, Jonathan Majors. And you were like, sexual assault. Next story. So, next story, Nigel Lithgow, who is a producer for So You Think You Can Dance and for American Idol. Paula Abdul accused him of sexual assault, last week?
Yeah.
Recently. As of this week.
She hadn't been on American Idol for 20 years?
Yeah. Does this have to do with the New York thing then? Because
it has to be.
Yeah. I mean, the California thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm thinking it does.
I'm telling you, there's going to be a lot of A lot of them coming out.
Yeah, so she sued him for sexual assault, accusing him of sexually assaulting her while filming the shows in a hotel elevator. He like forced her up against the wall, shoved his tongue down her throat, groped her. And then another situation was like he forced her in her hotel room and like something happened there. And then she alleges that she saw him sexually assault one of his assistants. So
He doesn't sound like a good guy.
and there were like other instances. So then as of this week, he stepped down as a producer from both shows. So it's not
Wow.
looking good for him.
No.
And Paula said that she didn't want to do it because she remained silent due to fear of retaliation.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking this is from the California stuff and nuts. People are going to be taken down.
That's what I am. People are going to be, I mean,
Does this all stem from Harvey Weinstein?
I think
Was that the catalyst for all of this happening?
yeah. I mean, that started the Me Too stuff.
That is so crazy.
Yeah, we are taking back our power.
Hell yeah.
Don't be sexually assaulting us
Yeah.
and keeping us quiet because you employ us. Don't do it.
Just like the whole Matt Lauer and the button thing in his
Yes.
office.
Yes.
Nuts.
Nuts.
Powerful men and women, because I'm sure there are some predators,
Yeah.
women, but crazy.
Terrible, man.
Just like Kevin Spacey.
Mm-hmm.
Something happened with that recently, I feel. Because I remember seeing his name in the media, but like him thinking he could get away with things assaulting
Yeah.
people on the work. What are they called? The little
Masseuse?
Oh yeah. I was thinking like assistants.
Yeah, his
like
PAs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because he's big name,
Mm-hmm.
big
And they
people.
won't tell. Or they think they have to.
Just like Amanda Bynes and the Nickelodeon guy.
The Nickelodeon guy and a lot of other kids.
Yeah, and a lot of other kids.
Yeah. Disgusting.
I just fell down a rabbit hole with him recently on TikTok. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Dan Schneider.
Yeah.
I
Dan
think I've mentioned
Schneider.
him here before.
Yeah. We have.
Is he in jail?
He should be.
He should be, but I don't think he is.
No, probably not. I mean, he might get some suits coming out.
Someone, Nicola something, I think is her name. Nicole, maybe. She was on Zoe 101 and she got fired from Zoe 101. Pretty sure it's Britney Spears' fault. Do you know that? Anyway. She said that all of the Nickelodeon kids were offered a certain amount of money to not talk about Dan Schneider. And she says like Ariana and like the Victorious cast accepted it and she wouldn't. She quit. I think that's why she quit. She quit, left Zoe 101 because she was not going to do that. So they were given hush money.
Yeah. I believe it. There is some sick people in Hollywood and these kids fall victim to it.
It's so sad.
Yeah.
This was kind of a depressing news week. And none of these were happy stories.
None of them were happy stories.
Has anything good? I was like, oh, like lots of things are happening in the media, but nothing like light and cheery.
No.
Taylor Swift's been at the Chiefs games.
Oh, I did watch the Eras tour with you.
Oh yeah.
I loved it. Loved it. It was beautiful. She is a songstress, a wordsmith,
Force.
an
She's magnetic.
entertainer, a storyteller. I was blown away.
It was amazing.
It was amazing.
And it's so
I couldn't
hard.
imagine, and as in awe as I was, I'm sitting in my own couch watching it. I cannot imagine the energy in those stadiums with those Swifties and their amount of love and admiration for this woman. The energy had to blow the roof off.
It was literally amazing. I missed that feeling of euphoria and like love.
Yeah.
And like
I can't imagine anything
it was amazing.
happier
Literally.
than
Drugs,
those
but you can't do that.
Swifties at the Eras tour.
Yeah, it was like euphoria. It was
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
It was a drug.
I believe it.
And everyone was so nice. Like everyone was complimenting outfits. You're trading friendship bracelets with
Yes.
strangers. Like the energy was just, you could feel it. And everyone's just singing their heart out and like dancing and jumping. And
I love it.
And I was in Dallas and we were one of the first shows. We were like the second stop.
Yeah.
So it was new. Like, no, we didn't know what was happening
Yeah.
from TikTok. Like it was insane.
Yeah.
It was insane.
And I saw 95% of
I
the
almost cried.
show on TikTok, so
Yeah.
of everybody's clips. But I can't imagine the energy
It was so cool.
being there.
It was so cool.
Yeah. It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
So then I had Shania Twain like 2 weeks later. I was pissed. She had the same wig on. She did maybe one outfit change. She had two men backup dancers, backup singers. Nothing was happening. She
Nothing.
sat stationary on a motorcycle on stage.
No, nothing.
I was like, this
This is what we pay. This is what a concert is.
Yeah. Good thing I'm in the lawn. Like, what is this? It was a high school production compared to Taylor Swift.
You're spoiled now.
Nothing will ever be the same.
No, I believe that.
Literally nothing.
No, I
It's
believe
been
that.
ruined.
You peaked in your concert.
100%.
Yeah.
No one can top that.
No, I agree.
I don't know how she's going to if she continues to tour. What does she do next? Where do you go from here?
Yeah, you just
She's
get
just going to
concert.
downgrade to one album? One album for a show?
No, she needs to not. She has so much exposure right now. She needs to
down.
She needs to take a break. She really does need to take a year off, get married, have some babies,
No,
write some
I
music,
don't want any of that for her.
and then come back.
She can get married, but she can't have kids
What do you mean?
because it will change her.
She'll be a mother.
She won't be that like. I don't think she'll be that entertainer. She'll be mom.
Beyonce's that entertainer.
Oh, fair. That's
if
true.
Queen Bee can do it.
I guess so. And Blue Ivy is like totally rocking the
Oh
stage
my
with
God,
her.
how cute is that?
Rocking Arrowhead Stadium with her mom.
I mean, she's literally a backup dancer.
Okay, fair. Fine. Never mind. Never mind. Maybe that's my own feelings.
Yeah.
Let's
Just
project
because
it right
if you
there.
have a kid, you can still do
I think that's my
anything you
own.
want.
Taylor Swift will still be Taylor Swift because she's a mom.
She will. So, what else you got?
That's it.
Okay, well, I have a quiz for you. I didn't know if we were going to start this show off with quizzes for the year. But
What?
I thought this would be a fun one.
Okay.
This one is nursery rhymes.
Why did you choose nursery rhymes?
I think I'm running out of things.
Okay.
So I have a couple of ideas for the next 2 or 3.
Should we mix it up and do something different instead of a quiz? We can talk about it.
We can brainstorm after. So this one is nursery rhymes. How
Okay.
well do you know them?
I feel like pretty well.
Okay.
I do work with kids,
True.
but I guess I don't really say nursery rhymes too much. We'll see. Let's go.
Number 1. In The Farmer in the Dale, what does the cat take?
Is it the cat takes the cheese? The mouse takes the cheese. What is it?
The cat takes the rat. The
Oh.
rat takes the cheese.
Okay. So I couldn't remember. I
Yeah.
knew they connected. All right.
Yeah.
I didn't get that one, but I kind of remembered it.
Yeah. I wouldn't have known that either. I mean, I know the chorus, but
Yeah.
number 2. What did the itsy bitsy spider climb up?
Climb up the water spout.
Yes. Number 3. What did the 3 little kittens lose?
Their shoes? I have no idea what that is. What is that?
The 3 little kittens lost their mittens.
Oh, okay. I did know that.
Yeah.
I did.
Number 4, but I asked you. Why did Jack and Jill go up the hill?
To fetch a pail of water.
Good one. Number 5. How can a man go 8 days without sleeping? Wait, how can a man go 8 days without sleep?
I have never heard this in my life.
Me either.
What?
By sleeping during the night.
Hold on. How can a man go 8 days without sleeping? Oh, because he's sleeping during the night. Okay. So.
Oh, 8 days.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Good one. How can you drop a raw egg on the concrete floor without cracking it?
That's a nursery rhyme, not a science project.
Maybe these are nursery rhymes and riddles.
Okay.
Let me read it again.
Yeah.
How can you drop a raw egg on the concrete floor without cracking it?
Carefully. Slowly in a pillow in your hands.
The egg won't crack the concrete.
Oh. Nope. I was really focused on not the words.
If there are 6 apples and you take away 4, how many do you have?
If there are 6 apples and you take away 4,
Yeah.
how many do you have? 4.
Yeah. How the fuck did you figure that
Just
out?
put the emphasis on the words. If there are 6 apples, so there's just 6 apples, you take 4 of the 6. You have 4.
Good one. I was like, how is
I
this
saw your
math?
face.
Math ain't mathin'. What goes up and down but still remains in the same place?
An elevator.
Stairs.
Damn it. I thought I was.
What gets wet and wetter the more it dries?
What gets wet and wetter the more it dries?
Yeah. I have no clue how this is a thing. What gets wetter and wetter the more it dries?
I have no idea.
A towel.
Because the more you dry with the towel, you're drying. So it's getting wetter and wetter. Okay, that makes sense.
Gosh, how are you figuring these out? And I'm reading them with the answer. I still can't figure them out.
Maybe because, like, I don't know, you're not like emphasizing the right words in your brain as you're reading it.
I guess.
Well, those are
Wow.
good.
Yeah,
there
those
was
are
like
good.
3 nursery rhymes, maybe.
Yeah, I didn't read them all.
That's good.
It said nursery rhymes and riddles.
Way to
and
do
I
your
was
homework.
like, it said nursery rhymes and riddles, and then I saw like the first 3 were like Baba, Black Sheep, and Jack and Jill, and I was like, oh, this is cool.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, then it just threw me for a loop, and I didn't even understand them.
That's funny. My next quiz is going to be math.
Oh. I'm calling in sick.
I'm going to have you do the time. Tell time.
I could totally tell time.
If it's
But if it's a times table, no, I'm out.
like 3:42 right now, but 17 minutes ago you went outside. What
time
time
is
did you
it?
go outside?
It's 3:42, then I probably would have went outside at 3:23.
I think that's right.
I mean,
Or
it's
like-
got to be.
what was
gotta
the other
be
number?
close.
I said 17. What's 17 plus 23? No, you're wrong. That's not right.
You said it was 43 minus 17.
Okay. And then you said how many minutes?
And then I said if it was, it was close to the 45.
You said 20 something minutes.
And you said you went to I went outside for 17 minutes. So then it's
17
almost,
minutes ago. You went outside 17 minutes ago. What time was it when you first went outside?
It's got to be 7:20, around 7:20.
Okay.
Right?
I don't know. I need paper.
But look at it. Think of the clock. So
Well,
if the clock is almost
I'm just
at,
forgetting the time I'm saying.
exactly. So I could do the tell time. So if you're just like backing the clock up, back around 20 minutes close to, it's got to be at, between 3:20 and 3:25 or 7:20 and 7:25.
Sure.
Boom.
Fine. What's 9 times 13?
I don't know. Well, welcome to 2024.
Yay. It's going to be a good year.
Good year.
And with that, I bid you adieu.
Adieu.
Thanks for listening. Like, share, comment. Catch you next week. Enjoy your week. Happy Monday to you guys.
Yeah. Love you.
All right, love you.